all this like no cap. I got my blicky and all this shit. All that shit started down there.
Take these out.
Migrated to every young person.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like once you live,
Yeah, add 'em back.
a lot of people are like, you can't even understand Southerners because they don't use the grammar. It's like, it's easy enough.
Dude, that's ridiculous. You can understand Southerners. There are some people.
Well, there's a way to understand Southerners.
That
be what I understand Southern now, told boy.
Yeah. That it's almost.
That doesn't be what to understand Southern.
There's this. It used to be. I don't know. If
You're gonna be going down on California now.
Probably like 10 years ago.
Goddamn California.
And it was about the language of Appalachia. And this dude went deep into these little tiny self-subsistence towns for people, hillbillies. And he talked to them and had them explain the different meanings of words and talk to some of these people where it literally sounded like boom after. That too. I went down there now, she read all down the and I picked it up, I'll show you guys, I tell you what, I picked up that $1.88, and I whole what you just picking up a little word here and there, but not enough to follow.
Low down dude goes so down late night now. Be on the same dang thing. Beautiful. I stole a UFO. Well, that's not cool. You need to return that to government property.
They're very versatile. You might call your friend that. That also might be 5 days.
What are you, smoke bowl? Wake up. Jesus. My God. Now, also, I hope my work doesn't call me today because of the schedule fuck-ups. Because for some reason, my manager, like a couple weeks back, wrote me on for today. And I'm just like, yo, I'm having a show today, right? And she's like, oh yeah, I didn't mean to do that. We'll work that out. We'll fix it. Don't worry about it. I'm like, okay. And I've kind of reminded every now and then leading up to the point. And now I'm sitting here like, I really hope that was taken care of. Because I don't want to get called like 4 or 5 times by my work, like, why are you here? It's like, because I literally scheduled this day off. And, even my manager openly recognized that was a bit of a mistake and was trying to fix it up. And been under the impression that she did. So, if not, then I don't know what the fuck happened. That's not my problem, though. I mean, unfortunately, but it just really ain't. So it's just like, look like still tired? I am. I'm just gonna be honest, I am. And going to fucking Seattle and back, an all-day trip, really will take it out of you. I mean, like, it's fun. I mean, especially when you're, going off to a show, and especially 2 in a row. That's going to be fucking fun. And I'm just going to take most of my energy out on tonight, because I did a lot of pictures and got a tour shirt from the other night. So, well, it's not a tour shirt. It doesn't have the tour stuff in the back, but the design was cooler. The other one was a tour shirt, where it had the Typhoon's album on it, but I already have that shirt, just without the tour on the back. So it's just like, I'd rather have something different design. Besides, this tiger looks pretty fucking cool.
It's more about the beats and the vibe of a song than it is necessarily about the lyrics, but if you tune into the lyrics, hipster. Well, there's a reason I kind of skipped hipster hip hop from 2007 to 2013, but you are right. But yeah, no, I like super hip hop.
Well, there is so much hip hop,
There's that. Boom, get this bowl loaded. I've been headed to Birmingham in a couple weeks to see Breaker Benjamin, Seether, and Starset. Basically, any alt rock boys dream, or at least this alt rock boys dream. Nice. If you if you're definitely a fan of alt rock and shit like that, dude, Royal Blood is definitely the band to check out. And Cleopatra too. They were the opener for them, and they kicked ass too, honestly. At least initially, I wasn't really 100% sure about them because, you know, when you're in a venue and you're like an opener, sometimes, you know, like the technicians and shit won't actually like prioritize you as much, so you might not have like the greatest sound, you know, overall. Because initially the guitars weren't as strong when I was first hearing them, but after he kind of tweaked it a little bit, it actually sounded really good again. So I'm just like, all right, you know, once they kind of tweaked it a little bit and kind of got in their rhythm, you know, I was just like, oh shit, now we're kind of popping. And the guitarist for Cleopatra is actually like, he was going like, you know, he had like these faces where he was just like, just like doing that shit while like bouncing everywhere. I was just like, okay, this guy's energetic and fucking intense. Like once he actually got his shit working, he was grooving fucking hard. How's Five Finger Idiot Punch? I ain't gonna see them live. Why would I see those guys live? A bunch of weird conservative libertarian circle jerkists. Like, no thanks. Like, if I had to see them, it would be because of other bands. It's like if they're an opener for some other band I want to check out, I will force myself to watch them, you know, just so I can see the other band. Or I'll just show up late just so I don't have to listen to them. For one of your bands? No. It was Cleopatra. Kind of an interesting name.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not a music person, so that's probably so use complex sentence structures and a little bit of literary poetry.
Oh my goodness. That's a good hit.
I can, you know, I love lyrical hip hop just as much as the next dude. I go through that when
Stop going to my face.
Quest
and
these more conscious KRS-One guys. You know, when their careers were on fire, I was their target audience. You know, so I was listening to all that shit. I love that shit, but I'm not as boomerish on the lack of lyricism. Like, number one, I don't think there's an utter lack of lyricism. I think how really lyrical.
So I'm mentioning like. Talking about music too. Mumble raps.
They're incredibly clever. Like, if you want to listen to somebody that's real super lyrical but falls into that mumble rap category, and also has some of the best beats of the game, there's a dude named Ski Mask.
Ski Mask?
Ski Mask, the Slump God. You listen to some of his
the Slump God, dude.
You know, these dudes have
what name?
Varying range. I think the range...
What name, dude?
I might have just defined it. On the low end of lyricism, when it comes to, like, wittiness and complexity and meaningfulness, there's Lil Pump. Lil Pump is
Little Pimp.
Is the king of...
You actually got his name wrong. His name is Little Pimp.
That still bangs. And then on this end...
I still can't get over that. He called him Little Pimp, dude.
Ski Mask, super complex raps, has that same kind of beat, though, has that same kind of swag.
Like, why did Trump get Lil Pump and just, like, bring him up?
Repeating 2 or 3 things.
And then he forgets his name and calls him Little Pimp. I'm getting into cooking lately. I just made a badass beefy mac and cheese. Supposed to be something. Wish I had for extra kick. Well, what else did you add in it? Got some beef, some mac and cheese. I mean, you got some 2 basic essentials. I mean, if you didn't, salt and pepper. You're definitely going to want a little bit of that. Maybe a little bit of a tinge of some garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder. Not a lot, a little bit.
It's like one of the flows that people in the 90s...
Honestly, when it comes to mac and cheese, you don't really need to, like, do too much seasoning and shit.
If you took a drum, instead of going...
If you want something that's kind of like pizza-like, I mean, doing pepperoni is actually kind of bomb. Because my friend, when we were in Seattle, he went to this little brew pub that had like this that had mac and cheese on his menu, and when they brought it out, and you can add things like pepperoni and shit to it, and he added pepperoni to his, when it came out, it literally looked like a mac and cheese pizza. Just straight up. And it looked fucking amazing. So it's just like, I mean, honestly, mac and cheese isn't really something you need to add too much stuff to. It's just like a couple things. So if it needs like a little extra kick, it's probably just some seasoning, like salt and pepper or something.
Kids, they get plucked up by a record label and completely made over into something else. The one that sticks out in my head is the Chicken Baby John, who was like trying to be like an R&B singer. And then a record label went to her and basically offered her a deal, but it included, they had to make her over. And they turned her into this like trap, not trap in the internet sense, trap in the rap sense, like a trap rapper.
Pretty new to cooking as it is, so it wasn't interesting to me as a kid. Yeah, I've kind of like learned to at least, you know some basics at the very least as a kid, because with both my parents working and shit, at a certain point we thought it was just, you're okay to be at least alone at the house by yourself at like the age of like 7 or 8. So, and at least by that point I knew how to make some basic stuff like ramen or little chimichangas in the microwave or some shit. But nowadays, like, I mean, I just love it. So like things like like different meats, like different meat cuts, like I'm all about like figuring out what to do with those. Like cook those up, season those up, figure out what seasonings are best. Then fucking like soup. Oh my goodness, like soups are actually, while long to make, take a while, are very awesome to work with because they're really easy to just add whatever the fuck you want. Socialist can't cook hilarious with 5 dead we would. Oh my goodness. Hello, little husky. Well, luckily, at least for me, I know how to cook. It's actually pretty fun, so.
To simplify, you put the line in the mix it both up.
Doctor, give me the news. I got a package from my baby. Paul has like one song that goes in his head and another one goes in my head. You think leftists would know this? Well, I do. If you're talking about Venom, he's saying he just got into it, so he's learning the ropes. Cooking isn't really that difficult. It's just like knowing like what temperatures to make sure your meats are in, and like like how much you should cook like meat and stuff like that. Like chicken, for example, you don't want to undercook that shit at all. Like if there's any like peakness in the meats. The dude dumbass learning you more. Like, oh, okay, bro. You know he ain't gonna fucking like he know that they ain't gonna move. They ain't gonna move him.
Let's not like focused on that. Like there's I can't remember the name.
I mean that's why now that I think about why am I even trying?
there was
well, hey, it's cute. It's fun.
who became weed rappers.
I get a little amused by it.
And another band. It's not the Sugar Hill Gang, but it's something like that. It's like these white
Hey, my little buddy. You should be dropped off soon.
all they rap about is weed. And I think really probably the
Sukov should be coming back here pretty soon.
I got Cottonmouth Kings. That was it, yeah. They're probably the only people that can still tour on weed rap. Now they talk about Fetty and weed, hardcore drugs, at least compared to boom.
Sorry about my ability to cook is put so shit in mind alongside driving. I mean, driving, who cares? I mean, cooking, I mean, again, it's not even that big of a deal. Like, as long as you know some basic shit, you'll be able to figure other shit out. Because a lot of my stuff, I mean, it was mostly self-taught. Like, I took some cooking classes in high school, but outside of that, like, I mean, I'm pretty much all self-taught. Like if there's like, you know, a cut of meat that I got and a bunch of ingredients that I bought or something, I usually just think in my head like, what do I want to do with this, and I just whip it up. And about 90% of the time, works out really awesomely. It's mostly just about like, again, like learning, you know, what meats, you know, are like the safest at, like, you know, when you cook it. Stuff like that. Just go outside and quote touch. Hey, only we could do that. At least it's only me. Only I could do that. Get him on bicycle loaders. Hey, only I. Hey, what did I just say? Only I could do that. Not you. Only I can. Considering this is also a garage too, not a basement. My house doesn't have a basement. Joke's on you. It has an attic.
But it actually makes it kind of funny because the news literally covered it. That it was just like a out of
Nice. That was really nice, smooth. Bet little Husky is 10-year-old. The balls has dropped yet. I mean, giving him a little too much credit.
At least for a long time, there's this dude named Captain James that used to go on the Howard Stern show. He was a master.
I mean, if anything, he's probably at least a little older than that.
Like news programs,
But still has the mentality of it.
emerging story, pretending to be somebody.
The ball dropping thing, that's for sure. But, I mean, you know, it's just like, hey, oh well.
They're so hungry. Like, it was really their own.
I'm not some shitty rapper. Bruh, you're the one who, like, thinks, like, monarcho, like, fascism is, like, base or something. Like, when you're like that, like, I'm gonna do that. Like, I don't... Like, you know, there is a way for me to stop saying that, right? So, just saying. There's only one person who can, let that be, the end. Fascism is base, Lamau. Well, you get to keep getting called Little Husky. So, it's like, hey, fascism base, well, you're my weird little husky alter ego. So, yeah, there you go. You're just pretty much like the equivalent of the alter ego, like, alternate, like, fascist version of me. Like, as far as I'm concerned now at this point. Like, I mean, so, yeah, at that point, you're pretty much are a little husky. Because you're like a little weird fascist alter ego. It's like whatever, like, fascism, like, vibes I had in me was just absorbed out and then just, like, was embodied into an entity and you became that entity. Whole fascism is as cringe as Little Husky. You know, like, if the alternate universe fascist me is this cringy, then oh my god, I'm glad I'm not.
Kinds of cable news networks and trying to tune into as many local networks as you could.
It's like, oh my god.
And get Howard Stern mentioned in all these different areas.
I actually kind of like cleared out sciences a little. That little smoked out chuckle. Actually felt nice.
Sorry, like 90% of people on Reddit don't read articles.
Yeah, it's Redditing it, but if you use the internet properly...
You're just jealous because the fascists wouldn't have any power and would be in the work camps. Yeah, so would you. Yeah, so would literally anyone under the underclass of the said fascist society, you dingbat. The people bold with power. Yeah, until the system decides they're done with you and doesn't like you anymore. So yeah, like you realize in like fascist society, it's like within the administrative power, there was always like a lot of cutthroat, like backstabbing going on. Why do you think there was, like, for example, like in World War II with the Germans and shit, like, why do you think there was, like, so many different little plots to try to take out Hitler? Because, like, other leaders in power within the Nazi regime were like, hey, you know, I kind of want to be in power a little bit. I don't really like this Hitler guy. You know, I think I could actually lead the Nazis. You know, so it's just like, I mean, it's pretty common. I mean, that's also kind of why, like, when it comes to dissidents and shit, you know, you kind of have to put them in things like camps or just put them to the wall and stuff because, or else, your idea wouldn't work at all.
And have them do increasingly, like,
Warming the way up the chain. Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, I suppose, like, any system can have that, but fascists especially really tend to be fond of doing that type of stuff. Authoritarians in general, really. But fascists a lot of times, especially because they're very exceptionally very self-serving. So.
Radio days, there's really not much to compare. It was fucking nuts.
And you're my sexual saves. I thought the LGBT were a bunch of grooming homosexuals, though. Wait, so you're homosexual? Wait, so are you a groomer? Oh my god, there's just like, he misses being gay, Lamau. I know, dude. Wait, so you are gay. So you are a groomer, huh?
And he wouldn't like degrade them.
Oh my god, dude. There's never any consistency with this shit. Oh my god. Anything to own the libs, I guess, right? See, this is why I'm not, like, triggered or, like, you know, or anything, really, because this is just amusing. Like, I'm just amused by this. And by the way, you're saying that like I'm gonna, you know, see that as a bad time. Like, oh no, I'm suddenly a sex slave. Oh, whatever shall I do? It's just like, I mean, really? Like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, good god, dude. This fucking guy, bro. This fucking guy.
Because they just pulled him in off the street. And he ended up being kind of a mentally ill.
That's why I like him.
It was just a weird fucking...
That's why I kind of like tolerating Lil Husky every now and then, because some of the shit that just comes out is just fucking so absurd. Break's over. Let's get back to where Big Daddy's bucks is rather take a puff of me. I mean cocaine. And yet I'm the loser, and yet you're doing meth while breaking boxes down. Such an amazing, awesome, you know, awesome life to live right there. I'm so loyal to the system. I just literally break down boxes all day.
That'd be a big research document, because I would have to go and watch the shit, transcribe it on cases, and yeah. Does YouTube let you download a probably not,
Yeah.
but fucking closed caption file?
Yeah, I don't know.
Doubtful.
Boom. Just gotta see what little things are on tube. I just kind of missed some news day yesterday.
A lot of quotes.
You'd have to like play it at like half speed or something.
I know
There's stuff up.
like TJ's Band of Hope that he did for patrons last night was fucking awesome. What I really kind of love is just straight up is that there's fucking, like, on Fox News now at this point, that they are just, like, openly admitting they want, like, mass indoctrination and shit, because, like, some dumb bitch was just like, yeah, you know, maybe, like, we shouldn't have public schools in public education. Yeah. then I love how they talk about, like, the bureaucracy and the problems about education and shit, which are actually, like, there. But they say, like, oh, well, it needs to get back into the hands of parents. It's like, oh my god. It's like they already do. It's like, shut up. It's like, fuck off. Like, it's like, parents don't know any better. Sorry. You know, like, it needs to get hands in the back of the fucking teachers. So, like, I mean, but strangely, no one ever really wants to mention that. Because, honestly, that's, you know, like... I mean, it's like, who's going to know most about, like, you know, having to deal with teachers or deal with students and, you know, deal with the shit that they need to get, you know, done when it comes to their education? The teachers. So, all math books except for one, because they're all full CRT. Yeah, it's, like, to the point where now, like, it's just basically like, hey, how do we just make people more dumb? Which, at this rate, like, it's gonna get to a point where I'm like, I'm not even gonna really be worried about these stupid fucks, outside of them just being, like, violently chimp-like, you know, and shit. You know, so it's just, like, outside of those circumstances, you know, I'm getting to a point where I'm not, like, super worried, just because, like, I mean, they're gonna make themselves so stupid and inept and illiterate that they're never gonna even make it in, like, you know, political levels and shit. Like, I don't even think, like, you know, fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene's gonna last long at all. You know, it's just like, yeah, we have her for now, but it's just like, you know, is she really gonna last long? Fuck no. I mean, it's like, you know, it's like, at this point, you know, it's like any other Republican challenger or some shit that goes up against her and shit will probably be able to win if they were smart about it. Yeah, so it's just like, honestly, it's like you'll get to a point where you have, like, people who are just gonna be too stupid to where they're gonna, you know, be viable outside of a very small niche. I guess that's the good thing about them trying to out-Republican each other, is that they fucking, you know, like, they eventually become so stupid that they just become undesirable. But, I mean, it's like, I don't know. Considering the current trajectory, they seem to be getting more stupider. So... Waterload class get dumber and dumber. I don't even know if that's necessarily, like, becoming true anymore. Because look how, like, you know, fucking people like Marjorie Taylor are. She's literally an illiterate, inept fucking, just being blunt and honestly, scientifically speaking, retarded. And fucking, you know, it's just, like, empower herself and is part of the upper class. So it's like, honestly, it's like, I mean, it's starting to be true only to an extent. I would have said, yeah, you know, maybe if it was, like, under Bush still or something, but... And yeah, TJ is live. God damn it, TJ. Alright.
Therefore, a unibrow makes sense. Makes fucking sense.
I actually want to say something.
What kind of looks do you get from people in Louisiana? I don't know. Made my seizures worst. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. It's the TJ. Yes. My hope was successfully killed. Good. No one should have hope. I firmly believe it. Like a Doctor Who alien. Cool. I have seen you in your dreams. Wait. I have you seen him in your... I don't know. You can't fucking grammar, buddy.
He used to have a mad crush on TJ. I mean, TJ's actually a pretty good looking dude.
Next month. At some point. Usually towards the end of the month. I usually do them towards the end of the month. Every month. They tend to be the last Sunday or Saturday of the month. But not always. Who knows? Who knows?
I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of think TJ was better with the eyebrows. After he shaved them off, I'm just like, that's better looking on somebody like Manson. It's not necessarily TJ, but you know, it's whatever. It's only like a minor thing. He already has like an insane, like ridiculous voluptuous beard.
Just put it on there next to the steak.
Eh.
And some garlic. You know, some big full garlic cloves.
Whoa.
Up a little bit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why do I always like to fuck with these?
Smashed, unlock them a little bit. Move it around a little bit. You know, pretty good. Pepper will burn.
Looking at my little
No,
schmixy bullets.
it doesn't really burn.
7.62 millimeter
Um,
full metal jacket.
but it tastes fine. It tastes good and bad.
Bring forth our Lord Bandito. He's outside somewhere.
You don't really want to put too much seasoning on a steak, honestly. Some people don't even season them at all. I like to season them, but not that much. It's really more about the aromatic and...
Alright, I'm looking at the group chat. It looks like there's... I hate for some reason the group chat got like split in two somehow.
Whenever you are, hey, thanks. Let me know. Do you own a smoker? No.
But no match for 7.62.
Well,
Yeah.
taste after season.
Honestly.
You get a scoop of that
But that's why there's 7.62 NATO.
you're cooking it to, like, keep it moisture.
And also there's I mean,
Really done much
5.56 honestly is pretty common, like a pretty common round. And honestly, it's like a respectable round, but like honestly, when it comes to, I guess, like performability, like I don't know. I would say the 7.62 probably, because there's also the 7.62 by 51 rims millimeter, which the lovely bullet, this cute little bullet, would be about that size, but the cartridge itself will be like glonk. Like a lot longer and bigger. But I don't have a Mosin or anything like that, so there's really no reason for me to even get that caliber. But because I'm getting so close to my AK, I'm starting to stock up on these now. Like, finally, there's fucking, like, goddamn 7.62, and it's fucking made in Serbia, which is actually pretty quality ammo, so... It's like, finally, there's... finally, you know, because of these stupid, dumb fuck sanctions... You know, when it comes to at least, like, certain things like ammo, whatever fuck, you know, because of the dumb fuck ass war, because of dumb fuck fascist Putin, because of their dumb fuck bullshit, and his dumb fuck mafioso state, and our dumb fuck corrupt state, just, you know, being the dumb fucks they are. So it's just like, you know, where's my fun time? At least Serbia and Poland is coming up and hooking up for the squad, you know what I mean? They're just like, yeah, well, Poland, we're not really doing it too much because we're just gonna, you know, just move that over to Ukraine. But Serbia, why not? Why don't you go do it for us, buddy? Serbia's like, okay, we'll like to make money for our economy, sure. We'll do a contract to, you know, just ship over like 1 billion rounds of ammo. And god damn it, it's like, I just hate how these are $1 a bullet. I've seen Serbian film. Don't want to. I've seen like still images and shit like that and stuff, but it's just like, I don't think I need to. I swear by 10mm, it's 1mm more than 9mm, but that 1mm makes a difference. Yeah, it's true.
Oh, you know what?
It's a little bit of a powerful round.
I always forget to put this on fucking live chat, bro. I was like, what's all this bullshit? And then I fucking realized, like, oh, I'm on fucking top chat where it doesn't show you any of the real comments. What's the one goal you have for the near future? I have quite a few goals for the future right now. I'm very goal oriented at the moment. A lot of them. So I don't know. It's like I'm making a list. I'll let
You're checking it twice.
I feel like I'll be transparent in the process of my personal transformation or attempts thereat. I don't know. Is thereat a word? TJ, if you were God, what would be your 10 commandments? That's something that's very difficult to come up with off the fly. I don't know.
10 Commandments? Well, I know this one. Let there be furry if. That's the first one.
Rationality.
First, get treatment first. I also found out that TJ's Discord has a section for furries. I'm just like, oh my god, he does appreciate us.
The problem with a commandment is that every commandment is just a single sentence long.
Venom, if you haven't, you need to go on TJ's Discord. I'm starting to really like it a lot. So, especially the NSFW section. There's some stuff in there. I'm like, oh, whoa, okay, oh my goodness. It's quickly becoming more one of my favorite Discords. And it's full of people that vibe. That's a great thing. Oh, that's my doing.
Should Britain be invaded to liberate it?
Yes. We got. Yeah, it's fucking 1776 again. Only this time it ain't our own government we're going after. We're gonna liberate that monarchy once and for all. We're taking it to the islands. Liberate the Emerald Isles. Liberate Scotland. Break them away from the monarchist chain.
The government covered the real TJ up, Van Kovar. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Dude, imagine honestly some politician actually running on that or something, dude. Like some Republican is so like traditionalist or conservative that it's just like, I don't think we went far enough in 1776. It just starts like popping shots at England for some reason.
It does look like Sharpie. Well, fuck me.
For someone that's just learning to cook and can recommend some easy recipes, look up like sunny side up egg recipes and scrambled egg recipes, because anything with eggs are actually really easy. Outside of like boiled eggs, whether hard or soft, those are actually really hard. And poached eggs, those are... I haven't done those yet, but they look really fucking hard to do, but look amazing if done right. So it's just like, you know, I mean, at least when it comes to the basics, like sunny side ups and scrambies, you know, those are pretty easy. I look up anything that has like rice involved with it, or like soups. You know, like anything that has like a rice dish, like, you know, like a meat rice, you know, type of thing or something. Because honestly, you don't necessarily need to like, you know, look at recipes. You could just kind of look at some basic staples, you know, for, you know, different cuisines, like, you know, like a rice and beef or something like that with some veggies, you know, like stir-fried rice with, you know, some pork, and just add whatever veggies you want, you know, shit like that. And also, if you want to make it real poppin', you know, on a little side pan, put some egg in there, scramble it up a little bit, and then dump it in there with the rest of the shit. Oh, that is fucking great. So it's just like, I mean, and also, depending on the food, honestly, adding one egg to things is awesome. Because just like I was saying with the, like a stir-fried rice type of thing, if you, like, even if you crack it in everything as you're cooking it and stirring it, like, that's even fine. Like, I mean, because honestly, doing that with, like, one egg for while you're stir-frying some rice and some, like, bacon or some shit like that, or pork or chicken, something like that, you know, and just, like, whip it up, like, honestly, it would be popping. Add, like, you know, some celery, some onions, some minced garlic in there and stuff. Like, I mean, then you're talking. Maybe some peppers of a sort. Whichever peppers you're, you know, down with, pepperoncinis, bell peppers, jalapenos, don't really matter. I mean, that's kind of the liberty about things like that. Or pasta dishes. So if you, like, make a pasta, you get, like, a basic, you know, type of sauce, like a marinara or Alfredo, that you can find at a store or something like that. Or looking up online, maybe, like, a basic marinara or Alfredo recipe. And then, you know, from there, just grab, like, either a basic meat and then, you know, a couple veggies, but maybe more of like a Mediterranean blend, you know, so maybe like some oreganos and, you know, a little bit of parsley, some thyme in there, some more like smaller type of seasonings with that type of stuff, and onions, of course. I mean, but maybe like green onions and white onions and stuff. So, but But that's kind of why I like at least, you know, like rice dishes, pasta dishes, or stews or soups and stews and shit like that. Because, I mean, all in all, they're really easy to work with because you can just add whatever the fuck you want to them.
She's a benevolent ruler. I try to be at least somewhat benevolent, right? Can't help being dumb.
I wonder if that's my boy. I've been waiting for my boy. Now, I haven't got a call from work yet, so I'm assuming that my whole schedule thing was worked out.
Paul likes to ban. Yeah. I know. I mean, that's
because I know my manager knows about it. So, like, I sort of like I for some reason I feel like I'm gonna be thinking that, like, I'm gonna get something. Like, why aren't you here? I'm like, because I already know I have a feeling I might have to explain it.
Paul banned me for asking how he was because it is insipid. I think it's because Paul does not want to.
Oh, Zukov is a good boy. Oh, he is a good boy. He always is. Apparently it was pretty dirty. So, which honestly is probably fair because I didn't wash him the last couple days, so it probably was a little extra dirtier than he usually was.
At this point, I think Paul kind of likes the reputation of banning people for like the slightest little infraction too.
So honestly, it's just gonna be so much softer and just so much more happier and shit. It's gonna be insane once he sees me. I mean, to be fair, it probably wasn't him if he's not popping in yet.
Just go create like a shit ton of alts, and then you're just like, every time Paul bans one, you're just back with another one.
It's kind of the trick about Paul's live chats.
Just trying to fucking cultivate chat.
You can come back with an alt, and as long as you are okay, you should be alright.
How you doing? What's your favorite color?
Hi, Paul. How you doing? Like an hour into his stream while he's heavily talking about like some politics or some shit. It's like, yeah, I mean, honestly, even then I'd probably be half tempted to ban it too. Guess I'm just a little bit more casual about it, where it's like, okay, I'll just say hi and just keep talking.
Did you see my bride? Black, 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 number one. Senate in the House, Senate in the White House.
And that Alex Jones believing nutball. Oh, yep, that's Zukov. I can hear him. I'm gonna unlock the door real quick. Get that little baby.
Take that shit somewhere else. I don't need that.
Oh, Jazzy! Oh, Zuka! Baby! Jazzy! Vito! Jazzy! Zuka! Oh, my baby! Oh, my buddy, you is returned. Vito! Everybody! Good fluffs!
Yep.
Jazzy!
Vito had really similar fur to him as a pup. His fur changed.
Oh my god, they're everywhere. Hey. Hey.
Vito, like, see how Jazzy's fur is kind of softer?
Yeah.
And shorter? Kind of more like American Bulldog.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Ah, Vito.
Vito's fur's a little softer now.
Hey, Vito boy. You big goof.
I think it's just a puppy coat. He'll probably shed it off this summer.
Oh, he's been shedding like a madman already.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. He's just shedding off an old coat, and he'll have a new coat come in.
Yeah.
Zuka! Zuka!
Cleanly type coat.
Zuka, bye-bye.
Almost sat on your Taco Bell.
Well, there's nothing in there besides a bunch of sauce.
Zuka! Bye-bye!
Get a spicy ass.
Zuka, come here, bye-bye. Oh my goodness, baby. Come here.
Well, you're a good dog. He did real good. He just drank out the toilet once. It's just that's because there was low on water. I just had to give him some more water. That's all.
Oh my boy, how you doing, you goofball? Oh my god, you look ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my bye.
That's where I think they get that really hardcore smile from too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, American bullies. They're like,
yeah, they have that like big old smile.
you know, they got the shepherd border collie kind of jaw face. You know. but they have that kind of more clowny smile.
Yeah.
I think that's where that American Bully comes in. I was really shocked by the American Bully. That's why they have that kind of tight hip.
Yeah,
and big shoulder. That kind of flex is from the American Bully. Because German Shepherds don't have that.
Yeah, they're a little bit more like
long.
Yeah,
and
more
hangy. Their body kind of hangs. They're tall. Hangy,
yeah.
And then long.
Oh, little buddy. Hey, Vito.
Vito's been very like, what the fuck?
Hey,
Zukav's
Vito.
getting all the attention.
Hey, Vito.
I think he was jealous. He hates baths. And I think he was jealous that I gave Zukov a bath and I didn't give him one.
Oh, what the?
Just because it was like attention of any
Oh my
kind.
God. Oh, Vito, you goof.
Yeah, I gave him 2 baths because like, I gave him one real quick last night. I was really tired. I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I'm passing out. And I did it kind of half-assed. And it, like, as I was rinsing him, it's still brown.
I actually really like
And so I was like, well, I guess I'll just do it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, today one, I added the flea treatment stuff from the vet.
Mm-hmm.
So he's had like regular shampoo, and then
Sweet.
I got it on his ass and on his neck. That's where the fleas.
Yeah, that's where they will usually congregate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't really seem like he has it really too bad because I haven't really seen any on him or anything, so...
He just scratches a lot, either because he's shedding or because the fleas.
It's probably shedding right now.
Pollen.
Pollen too, a little, yeah.
There's a bunch of reasons why, but Vito was doing the same thing, back leg,
Yeah.
all the time. Like, I had to stop him. Like, I'm like, hey man, it's too much.
Yeah.
So, he's kind of going through the same shit. You know?
Yeah.
And Vito lost weight and gained it back too. But that's usually because they were growing, you know?
Hey, Jazzy.
Like, I remember as a kid, I'd be like 100 pounds, and then I'd grow like a couple inches, and I'd drop to like 90 pounds. But I'd be taller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
no water filter, #dirty water.
cool, man. How was yesterday?
Pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, we also saw Bezos' balls, and they look more absurd.
Oh, yeah, that is in Seattle, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little Bezos balls, dude. There's a restaurant in there, and honestly, I don't even like. It's like I'm still confused as if like the entire like 3 balls are the restaurant, or is it just like one ball? Like, I mean, it's just like so weird.
This ball is the juiciest of all the balls. Like, they put that over the
Oh my God. Yeah, it's.
Speaking of like fucking oligarch, fucking merchant capitalists,
Why would you do that?
fucking Elon Musk.
Oh God, I don't know.
The fucking Keegan's dad wanted to like get on me because he worships like anything that's crazy because his dad's fucking like always conspiracy theory type guy. But he follows that Elon Musk like shit.
Oh God.
And he's crazy. He wants to go to space and stuff, but why? Just because it's a crazy outlander, he just subscribes to that type of shit. There's no real like practical reason why. And then he's trying to say that he's saving humanity and stuff. And I'm just like, how?
Oh my God.
And he's like, look at this documentary on Netflix. He sends me a
Source Netflix documentary,
and it's
bro.
not even about Musk. It's just about like this space launch where they had like 5 citizens of the world that they decided to just philanthropy fly them into space, right? And the thing is one of them actually paid like $200 million. He's not just like an average citizen.
Yeah, he's like some rich fuck.
And the whole philanthropy part of it, where they like take the documentary money that they make from it and they donate it to a children's hospital. It's $200 million. So the amount that he threw in to get on the paid for the charity. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all the profit from the documentary is just in their pocket.
Yeah.
So it's actually just a whole farce. They're not helping humanity at all by making this documentary. They're just making money again. And he's like, don't talk to me till you've watched the whole thing. And I was just like, I quickly went on The Guardian. And like, what is this bullshit?
Yeah.
I literally typed in, is it full of shit? Like, and it was pretty much like, wow, you know, this. And it's like, oh, all right,
So
it is full of shit.
Yeah, so basically it's like, while it does entertain, you know, possibilities of like this one thing, it's mostly bullshit because it's just going so far afield with weird shit.
It's just another way to try to get the idea of expanding our species to space more, like, acceptable to common folk, basically. Whereas, like, really, we should be getting pissed off that a billionaire who laughs at the idea that $20 billion could help save, you know, world hunger, right?
Yeah.
Then we show him how.
Yeah, like, and then the UN's like, oh, yeah, here's how you can actually use that money for, like, 3 to 4 years to help them solve this issue.
And then, like, 6 months later, he doesn't do any, like, doesn't donate any money, right, at all. And instead, he takes double it. 45 million. Not 20 billion. 45 billion.
Yeah.
Double. More than double the cost of what they're asking. You know what I'm saying? And he buys a Twitter account just so he can have freedom, extreme freedom of speech, basically.
Not just Twitter account, Twitter.
Twitter. So he could say whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Basically, that's why he's doing it. So his right to say and do whatever he wants on a digital platform is more important to him than feeding people.
I mean, it's also not even really about like the whole free speech aspect. That's also, you know, a farce to it too, because he's also been known to shut down his own political dissidents too and shit, and people that criticize him as well all the time.
So that he can't get further criticized.
Yeah, and also, like, even The Verge, recently was just like, oh, you know, we might, you know...
always limiting how much, like, the counterculture or, like, you know, like, conspiracy people, like, he always limits how far they get before they get shut down.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, Bezos doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'm evil, cool, I make money.
I'm just a rich evil fuck, I don't care.
He does not give a shit. Whereas Elon Musk tries to, like, act like he's doing good shit.
Because he loves the PR and shit. He is also like a PR person.
He's got a god complex. Like,
yeah.
I actually trust Bezos more than Elon Musk. Because he's very transparent.
I mean, that's honestly saying something.
Yeah, Bezos is like, I actually, like, make money. That's what I do at all costs. Whatever.
I mean,
I'm so powerful you can't do anything to stop me about it. You know what I mean?
Man, yeah, I guess that's something. I mean, I guess that is a difference about the two.
Like, Musk is like, oh, I want you to love me and suck my Jesus tech god Messiah dick.
Jesus tech god Messiah dick.
That's what these people like Keegan's dad do. They really like Trump people. They like defend Trump. Like he's their fucking, like, granddad or something.
Oh, like this little troll that's in here right now, the little husky?
Yeah. They like...
He's in here right now saying, Elon Musk is best bow down before Emperor Musk. I thought Trump was meant to be the emperor.
Yeah, that's why...
Oh, wait, he actually corrected himself. And so, Trump has God, Emperor Musk as president, and Bezos as baron. Like, oh my god, dude.
It's proof of how people are like...
I mean, you just kind of vindicated what he's talking about, bro. You just proved him, dude. Like, oh my god.
This tech messiah. They think that he's going to save the human race by degrading the solar system. And anthropogenic activity that's more degradation. Like, we're already destroying this planet and trashing this place. Let's bring
even right outside of our planet in space. We're already doing it as it is.
300 million, I think, space trash objects orbiting around us right now.
And we have to keep track of literally all of them, even the tiniest little like nut and bolt, because if not, then we won't be able to do trajectories into space, or else it might hit a rocket or something and fuck everything up.
China, this is how bad U.S. is when it comes to... China actually is like... clean up the orbital space. They've actually
tried to do something about it at least.
Tech that's able to take not a tractor beam, but similar.
I think they've experimented with like a net type of thing, where they want to try to have like two satellites, or kind of like a net that just kind of sit in one spot and everything just kind of gets caught in it.
Yep.
I don't know if
SpaceNet.
I don't know if they have launched that up there and stuff.
They have like an arm type device where they can grab like an old dysfunctioning satellite and
actual like big shit at least.
Go.
Push it towards the Earth so it can burn up in the atmosphere.
Yeah, like no more.
Because usually, like, a lot of our space junk, even old defunct satellites, they all burn up in the atmosphere before it even hits the ground, usually.
Yeah, they're not large enough.
Yeah.
They're all sticks.
Basically.
But yeah, man.
Sticks with, like, a box, basically, with a bunch of crazy, like, cyber tech on it that all just burns away in mass insane fireball of heat.
Mars is going to save the human race.
It ain't. Like it really there's unless like we have like some crazy ass like hidden terraforming technology, but even then we would be doing that here first.
If you look at the evidence, Mars might have had a civilization and it might have destroyed itself with nuclear weapons. Just saying. There's the soils say so. Asteroid.
It's likely that there was life on there. I don't know about like a civilization maybe, but I mean at least for like life in itself, like there's at least evidence that it did harbor life at one point.
I don't want to get too deep into the whole Cydonia province deal, but there are objects and structures that are definitely man-made on Mars. And the province of Cydonia itself might be man-made, like it's flat. Most of Mars is not flat.
Well, they don't have tectonic plates like Earth does. I mean, that's kind of one of the main differences about Mars and why it eventually became the planet that it is now is because it never didn't have tectonic plates like we do.
Moving core.
Yeah.
It did, but it cooled faster because it's a smaller object.
That too.
Mars is smaller than Earth. But yeah, it's just like, okay, well, if there was like life and it nuked itself at Mars, like, you think that we're not going to just do the same thing here and then do it there? Like, okay, we're destroying we've nuked this place. You know, if World War III happens, right? We like post World War III. Like,
Lamau, you believe in aliens or refuse to believe in your creator God? Yeah, because aliens are there's like actual like evidence for aliens to exist versus like, oh my god.
Like, they actually probably. I used to be skeptical about aliens and shit, dude. Like, it really did. But, like, I've just been years and years of stuff coming my way.
Yeah, I mean, my skepticism about it is only about, like, oh, aliens visit us, bro. It's like, I mean, I don't think that, honestly, but I do think that there probably is, you know, alien life, like us, too, potentially out there in the universe. Yeah. Or at least in our galaxy, potentially.
It only makes sense that if, like, aliens were to visit our solar system, they would come to the Goldilocks zone, right? Where it's like, if possible.
I mean, if they're intergalactic, hypothetically, they would have like scanners and sensors and shit where they won't even necessarily have.
Just do math. Just like, oh,
they won't even necessarily
this big.
I mean,
this much energy.
Yeah, I mean, they would have like the technology. They wouldn't even necessarily have to like go into our solar system. They could be on the very outskirts and probably be able to get all the research they need, you know, from it by scanning it. You know, because
definitely with all the radio, all the info we're pumping out into space.
That too, yeah. I mean, also, you know, because if they're intergalactic, then we have to buy in that they have probably like crazy ass, like radars, sensors, and things to scan and shit that make us look like Care Bears and shit, in comparison, like, we're like, still doing star maps and shit in comparison to what they're doing.
First Contact with the Vulcans, man, where humans figure out how to do space travel for the first time, and then the Vulcans reveal themselves, like, we've been watching you.
Yeah, like they were probably,
very close.
Yeah, like that's, I mean, that's how the Vulcans were, basically. They were already outside of our solar system, and then we went into warp, and they're like, oh shit, they actually now have technology capable of, probably seeing us someday.
Probably so let's it's ethical to just meet up now.
Yeah,
we could be like, they could be probing our planet to see if we're like enemies or allies too. Like, what potential do we have?
I mean, if anything, like, I hope they don't. They
could just be watching and waiting for us to decide. Like, are we going to be good animals, apes, or bad animal apes? Because that's really what we are.
Yeah.
Perspective of all other living things, we're these animal
apes.
Things. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the fat apes, by the way. Everyone thinks we're like these intelligent, like, but we're actually the fatties of the ape family of the monkeys. We're the fat ones.
Yeah.
It gives us the fuel to power our brains at night. That's why dreaming and stuff happens.
Yeah. I also found out that, like, while you sleep, spinal fluid goes into your brain and stuff and, like, flushes out, like, dead cellular material and shit.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Spinal.
Yeah, here, actually.
I mean, I guess the neck goes right into the
brain. Here, let me, because there's a YouTube channel, Dyslexic Mitochondria, that actually, like...
Cerebral.
That does community posts about it.
Where are all the dogs?
They're outside somewhere.
Hey, doggies! Come on!
Very strange.
Up! Puppies!
There's really no reason for me to
Vito!
have some anxiety.
Jazzy, come on!
I don't
hear one or two of you.
Think.
Come on!
So why does that?
Little goofballs.
Come on, puppies!
I'm hearing them. They're coming back.
There's two of you. Where's Vito?
Beatles! Zukov!
Vito! Vito boy, come on!
Hey, Zukov. Hey, baby. Zukov! Come back!
Good boy.
Oh my goodness, the babies.
Dog. Let's hang out inside.
Tristan, go to birch up and you'll be saved. Oh my god.
You know? Oh, damn. I don't really
You're
want them running around.
sad little boy.
Too much construction right now.
I'm too busy laughing to type little boss. Little Husky is on a roll. Dude, yeah, Little Husky is ridiculous. Trust God to birch up and you will be saved.
Yep.
But here's like here's like the little GIF on it. But yeah, it says, it's from a Dyslexic Mitochondria Dougal community post. So when we sleep, waves of spinal fluid wash over the brain and remove cellular waste. But it kind of shows like it going through and doing that type of stuff. It's like, whoa.
That is pretty cool. Body is just getting cooler and cooler the more we learn about it.
Yep. I used to go off my bye-bye. You probably don't really need this on now.
Nah, he's good.
Yeah.
Fluff boy, little fluff love.
Oh my goodness, the little ball love.
I got so much little fluffies. Oh my little jet.
Hey Vito. Hi Vito. How you doing, buddy? What's up, Vito? Oh, you big floof. Look at you. You're ridiculous.
He's like, I'm getting attention finally.
Yeah, I got some attention. Hey, Vito, don't.
I used to be the only boy dog. Oh, their dad tried to hump Vito yesterday.
What the hell?
Isn't that funny?
It's like I will assert dominance on my boy.
He's like, I'm a fuck machine. This is my third litter.
Hey, Vito.
He's like, you're gonna be my fourth bitch. It's like, dude, that's your son.
It's like, damn, bro. Aw, you little Zucon.
You know, there's some weird shit in the Bible that they don't really want to talk about, but apparently, like, one of, like, Jacob's sons might have, like, raped him in his, like, sleep or some shit.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, so, like,
damn.
He said, like, he turned one of his sons turned away from him in his naked drunkenness. So he got way too drunk, right?
Yeah.
And then he got naked, and all of his sons were like, ah! But then one of them was like,
One was like,
pretty much. And, like, yeah, and, like, I guess, like, he was so fucked up on that he just fucked his dad.
No.
And that's like,
damn.
What the fuck?
Damn, bro.
I know.
And also,
They don't
with the
wanna talk
story
about
of
it, but it's
Locke,
written in
I mean,
there.
if you think about Locke, like, also, that's ancestral drunken rape that his daughters did. Like, they kind of overlooked that specific thing about the whole story and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so it's just like,
I wonder, like, if these are, like, pagan stories that they threw in just to, like, get the fucking population to, like... Because it's, like, it's an example of, like, good man, bad woman. Good woman, bad man. You know?
I mean, there's...
Like, to teach you right from wrong type stuff.
I mean, I would say it in a way, but there's like so much of that different type of shit in like different books and different things, even into the New Testament to an extent in the Bible where there's a lot of that type of shit. So
well, the New Testament should be way more common because it's like as time accelerates, religion gets used more to dominate people.
And plus, also like Jesus was basically like a full-on like equivalent of a communist and like a full-on like fuck the wealth and fuck rich people and I'll whip you for your like richness and shit.
I don't know about whipping people.
I mean, he would like, in that story where a bunch of like, rich priests and shit were like, flaunting like, oh look, see, it's like I'm, actually, doing some good and stuff and whatever, even though I have all this fucking mass wealth, and Jesus saw that. He was like, no, it's like, damn you, basically, and like kind of whipping him a little bit. It's
Are
like,
you mixing the story where they were, so there's those guys, they're rivals because they're rabbis. You have to understand that. So they think they're the elites, the Sadducees and Pharisees. They think they're the religious authorities, but they also get a lot of money for it.
Because they're part of the upper class
and
and
he's
shit.
basically undermining everything that they are standing, so it messes with their wealth and their respect. And so they basically went to the temple and did like shit you're not supposed to do. Piss him off because he thinks he's like the father, son of God. And he's like, how dare you do this shit in the house of my father? So he starts whipping the shit out of them until they get the fuck out the temple.
Yeah.
Now, those stories are very close in time. It's like one happens, like he does something, so they're like flaunting their loincloths and stuff, basically saying, look at me, I'm giving up more money, and I'm fasting, and he's like, hey man, like the woman that gives up the only piece of wealth she has as tithing, her wealth in heaven is going to be greater than yours because you already have your reward by your pride and flaunting. Look at me, my reputation. I have so much money that I give away, you know. And he's like, you already have your gift. It's vanity. And that pissed them off, so that's why they went back to the temple and were like, got a stamp on your dad's property, basically. You see what I mean? It's like,
yeah, because they're basically being called rich bucks.
They're enemies. He said, Jesus said, he's like, I hate nobody but the hypocrites. And when he was referring to hypocrites, he was referring to the other rabbis. Yeah. They also tried to catch him
because they're basically like the rich religious authoritative hierarchy, and you know, and obviously like you know,
which in a way kind of runs the country at the time.
Yeah, and a lot of organized religion in places like the U.S., Saudi Arabia, all sorts of places where it's like either like you know part of the state outright or just like you know accepted tacitly by it. It's like I mean there is like a lot of influence, you know, when it comes to a lot of mass organized religion today now, even especially with like a lot of the weird MAGA Q crowd and shit, and then you got like a lot of mass evangelicals who are like hyper Zionists saying, oh, you know, accepting the apartheid in places like in Israel and shit.
How about MayDay, man? I didn't know MayDay was actually a pagan holiday. It's called Beltane, and
it's also a labor holiday.
Yeah, it's but it's about it's to celebrate the halfway point between the summer solstice and the spring equinox, I think. So that's cool.
I didn't know that part about it.
The celebration of like spring in its peak form. So that's cool.
Yeah.
There's a girl that I know, she's very into paganism, and she's like, happy Beltane, everyone. I was like, what the fuck is Beltane? To like research that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it's called MayDay. Because it's the 1st of May. There's Beltane every year.
Zukov, claiming your little bed.
Harley's the one who's created a weird group chat, not me.
Oh wait, did he do one now? Oh my god, he did.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why is everyone doing that?
I don't know. It's strange.
Bruh. Oh my god, there is.
I know. I didn't do it. It's not me. I'm not doing it.
Just embrace monarchical fascism. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Oh my god, bro.
Trump! Trump!
Monarchical fascism, got that bird, Trump, no brain.
The funny thing, really, though, is that Trump isn't even, like, the guy running it. He's just the face. He's a pawn. Like, really, you have all these oligarchs in the background, like,
well, yeah.
No one knows who I am and really pulling the strings. I own all these sheep.
I mean, it's not really that they're, like, hidden. It's just that they're more, like, you know, publicly facing in the sense of just, like, you know, like, corporations or, like, you know, these different firms and shit now at this point. Like, I mean, it's just, like, these mass, like, oligarchical, organizations and institutions now that basically, you know, like call a lot of the shots and shit. You know, it's because of like just the mass fucking, you know, like wealth and power that they hold in it.
Well, even if you got like, say you targeted the people, the oligarchs, and you got rid of them, they would just have like others in the institutions that are innately corrupt replace them because greed. It's like, oh.
Yeah, this is why you would have to at least have something in place that has like a very strong check and balance in it.
You have to, yeah, you're right. You have to get rid of.
Which is honestly why, like, I think just at this point, America needs just a total fucking rehaul because it's just like so parasitically inbred with corruption that it's like it would take so many different generations to actually like weed it all out. Like it would just be impossible to get it all in like a couple generations or even in one.
Yes. Well, at the same time, though, like a couple generations ago, we were like living in sewers, like streets without sewers and plumbing.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
And then, like my great grandpa, right? My grandfather's father, he was born in 1898, and he lived to see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man on the moon, in one lifetime.
Both World Wars and a man on the moon and
like where his town he's from didn't even have electricity or plumbing, where he's born, and then he's got a television and it's a big difference.
Yeah.
In one lifetime. So maybe in one lifetime we could do something if we like stop being just mindless consumers. I mean really though, like That's why the thing is, that's why Tesla people, I think part of the like group of people who worship like the whole Tesla
Or like
thing,
electric cars and shit.
Yeah, it's because they want an easy, quick fix.
Yeah, because honestly,
they know,
like electric cars and shit don't fix
They
anything.
know that they're living in a way that is actually hurting
Yeah.
their sustainability that's keeping them alive.
And
Like-
and also like not a lot of people give enough of a fuck about things like climate change shit. So they see things like electric cars, be like, "Oh, see, we fixed it. We're all good."
See, my dad, he got an electric car, but he was talking to me about it. He's all like, "Biden's an idiot. Electric car stuff is actually going to be worse because you think about it. How do you charge your car with energy that's produced by fossil fuels?"
Yeah,
And coal,
that too.
and all. That's how you charge your car up.
Yeah, the carbon
It's not
emissions
like,
still are
it's not
pretty
like
negligible.
the cars are being charged by solar panel. Like,
Yeah.
the energy's coming from fossil, unsustainable. Hey, can you get out of there?
Jazzy, get back here.
Come on, you little. Now you're stuck.
You little butt.
You little scout. Oh, look at her smiling.
Aww.
Oh,
Oh my god.
She smiles.
Little fluffs.
Yeah, she's like, I got stuck there. I don't want to do that again. Yeah, man, I don't know, like, I gotta take my dogs back home eventually, and also
Yeah.
got some groceries from the store I gotta take back home, so
No worries.
I don't know if, like, you want to meet up again later, or
Yeah, I was
You know.
probably thinking that would be a good idea because I know.
I just thought it'd be better to get him home sooner than later rather than just drop him off and then
Right,
go
yeah.
to the show.
Right? Yeah.
Like, get some time with him, you know.
Yeah. Let him get real kindled.
Hey, man, let me know when you're gonna have a fire, because
Probably soon.
I have, like, so much damn cardboard to burn.
Oh.
Every, like, you know, box of cereal, every, like, Stouffer's, like,
Yeah.
box thing, I saved them all and flattened them.
Mhm.
And I compressed them in, like, little bags and stuff.
That-
I mean, it's a lot of shit to burn, so.
Yeah.
And then Harley gave me this other, like, not like this, but it's a broken piece of something that's made of wood.
Huh.
So I'm like, I'll burn that. But
Sure. Yeah. Plus, I have like a lot of wood out in front, so I was gonna transfer over in the back.
It's
So
been cold, man.
it has.
For this time of year, because, like, I'm waiting. I've got all my sprouts ready.
I mean,
to be
it was
planted
like
in the
warm for a
ground.
bit, then it like cooled down again. It's
Yep.
just like, ugh.
I can't, like, put the stuff in the ground when it's 40 degrees. You know?
Or just checked a bone.
Vito's like, that's my bone now.
well, it's kind of been broken over time a little bit.
It's
It's this
because-
big fat ass bone, and
It's because Zukov was taking all Vito's bones.
yeah,
And I was like, Vito would try to steal it back, and I'd be like, hey, you need to share. And he's like,
yeah, Zukov, you can do the same. Hey,
that's Vito.
Zukov, let him
Vito
have it.
doesn't like Zukov right in his face. Vito's like,
Especially if that tail like mopping up against him. Oh, little Zukov, you pretty handsome boy. Oh, you're just a handsome boy.
Girl, Jazzy.
Oh my god,
This shed monster, right?
dude. Ah. Okay, brush.
It's brush claw time. You know, and how I cleaned him too is a hand shampoo thing like that. It's like that, but you put it on like a
Jazzy,
glove.
what you doing?
She's like, that smells good. Come on, Jazzy.
Jazzy,
Come on, girl.
it's just a brush. You've
It
been
smells like a bunch of dogs.
Yeah, it smells like your brother. Get over here, Zukov. You silly thing, come here. Oh, okay, whatever. That's not going to be achieved. Oh, look at you, Jazzy. You're so cute. You just a cute little thing. Look at that little face. Little face so small and cute.
I'm not really trying to go to Poets Beach, dude. That would mean we'd have to commute from Poets Beach to Crystal Ballroom.
Yeah, that's kind of a mish, a little.
That's a little bit like... Because it's not like any of us are going to have a car. We'll have to either max there or walk there. We'll probably just walk there as a group,
Yeah,
which would take a minute. Like at least 20 minutes or so to walk there.
yeah.
Just seems like,
A little out of the way.
you know, let's just stay over by the Crystal.
Yeah.
You know, if anything, that's what I think. But
Yeah, it's
I'll
probably better to
go
be...
to Sizzle Pie, honestly. Like, that's probably where I'll go.
Yeah, same here.
If you guys want to go get other food, that's fine. It's just the only place that's cheap enough
Yeah.
downtown for food, really.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm kind of needing to be frugal myself, so
Yeah.
Kind of same way about it.
Like Stefan, it's like $48 for a ticket. I'm not gonna be able to pay him back for that today.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I told him that I'll be able to in the next couple
Kind of
weeks.
forgot about it, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like Harley was like Friday night, late at night, like 4 in the morning. So really Saturday morning.
Yeah.
He was like, he came home super late and he was all like, "Hey man, you gonna be ready for Royal Blood tomorrow?" I was like, "Tomorrow? The fuck?" And I thought that he meant like that, like tomorrow, yesterday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, like yesterday night, and it was like, no, Sunday night.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, I'm not gonna be ready for Royal Blood. But then he said, so I got time to get ready. But yeah, man, I was like not really in like the concert mind. I was like, I'm gonna get my school and my mom rights type shit.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like in
In a
like
way, it was good to have Zukov because it forced me to like drop shit
right, yeah.
and just kind of be like, all right, I'm doing dogs and concerts.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of figured that you would probably realize that you would need to be watched, you know, even if I forgot to hit you up about it, but yeah. Because my roommate's at the beach with his girl and my dad's watching my brother's dog, so he would have been...
Fuck watching that dog.
Oh my god, seriously.
Sounds like a fucking coyote mud thing.
Seriously, dude.
Destructive force.
That is not, you know, really learned. It's Vito. Did you just like? He just like waltzed right up to it. It's just like, this is mine. Just because Zukov was near it. Oh my god, you jelly boy. You jelly belly.
Ridiculous. Hey man, I got some stuff in the car. I guess I could just eat something here real quick.
Yeah.
You have a microwave that works, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well,
I'll be back.
alright.
Look off. Look at you, bye-bye.
Grab some potatoes with salt.
Sounds pretty good. Oh, my boss, this is actually very intriguing. Monarcho is a monarcho-fascist micronation. Oh, Monaco? Monaco is a monarcho-fascist micronation? It's rather a modern form of fascism created as recently as 2015. What? Oh my god. Oof. I mean, considering, I guess, monarcho-fascism seems to be kind of entwined with, like, careful? Entwined with, like, 2015 and, like, the run of Trump and shit. It seems like it's kind of, like, strangely intertwined with that. I mean, it's seeming that, like, pretty much the only people that actually are willing to call themselves that happen to be, like, massive, like, Trumper freaks, so...
Oh, you heard me coming back.
Super fluffs. Super mutts.
Super nuts. They really are. That means they're healthy though.
Yeah.
Mixed genes is a good thing. Some people think purebreds is the way to go. I think that's dumb.
Yeah, that is definitely dumb. Oh my god, look at them all.
Nazi.
What's weird is there's monarcho-communism. Monarcho-communism? Monarcho-communism, huh? That also sounds oxymoronic. Is that also a recent thing? Like, what? I mean, is that basically just, like, the idea of, like, a very massively, like, benevolent monarchy state? Essentially. That is still, like, has, like, hierarchical classes, but it's, like, also strangely, like, very egalitarian? Like, monarcho-communism sounds beyond confusing. More confusing than monarcho-fascism, though, because at least that makes kind of somewhat some sense. It's apparently what some people have been calling North Korea, apparently. North Korea? I guess? But even then, like, I mean, they don't even... Nothing about them really is communistic outside of literally just pure aesthetics. Like, that's it. So, I mean, outside of just literally the aesthetics of them, there's nothing really about them that's, like, communistic. I mean, I suppose like, I don't even know. Like, that's all I can think of. Like, everything else just sounds like a very theocratic, monarcho-dictatorial state. Which is, that part is definitely what it is. What the... Do you have anything to back that up with? Like, is there any evidence of that? Like, what? Like, oh, okay?
Jerk off. What you doing, baby? Goofy little ears.
Little cute boy prancing around over there.
Sweet little boy prancing.
Now, what's Jazzy doing over there? Oh my god, what a goof. So, are we gonna... you know, I'll be kind of waiting for you, right? You just tell my just so you know. Okay, I'm aware of that. Are you gonna actually, say anything as to how or why I'm racist, or are you just gonna be a weirdo? I mean, you know, I'm kind of waiting. Like, is there a time where I said something, or fucking, like, advocated, like, you know, some sort of, like, racist policy, or, like, or what? I don't tolerate, stupid. You have one more chance to be coherent before I eat your dumbass. I mean, yeah, come on. Like, actually give me a fucking reason here. I'm letting you have a chance. Like, you actually have to, like, you know, have some sort of, like, you know, criticism before you actually make it. Just saying something and not actually, you know, have something to back it up doesn't mean shit. So... yeah, they're all just following him because he's the one making some food.
Silkoff, look at you, baby.
You know what clips I'm referring to? Nope. Quit playing dumb. Nah, you're the one playing dumb. So, do you actually, like, you know, again, have anything to actually, like, kind of backing the shit up, or you're gonna just sit here and be like, I'm not actually gonna, like, you know, mention, you know, what I'm referring to. I'm just gonna say, you know, what I know and not actually say anything, because Swords, trust me, bro. Like, actually have a point, or just shut up. You're not entertaining like Lil Husky is, so come on now.
Jazzy! Jazzy! Hey, Jazzy!
Zukov, I didn't call you. Zukov, come here. Hey, Zukov, get back here. Come here, boy.
Come here, sweet boy. Oh, look at you little sweet boy. Oh my goodness, my baby. Here.
Only Lil Husky gets a stupid pass. Yeah. Yeah, he's the one that gets the stupid pass. Sit. Paw. Oh, good boy. There you go. Little sweet baby. Oh my god, running away. We're supposed to show the rest of them. And the other two are gonna try to chime in on that shit. Oh boy. Weirdo. See, I knew it. He came in here, just like, what the fuck? You gave him one?
Hey, stop scavenging.
I gave Zukov a treat.
Bad Vito.
Do
You're not supposed to scavenge.
you call me stupid just because of my skin color? I don't even know what your skin color is. And even if I did, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You're being dumb. Like, that's outside of what your skin color is. Like, literally anybody of any race, credence, or background can be dumb. So, if you're gonna be dumb, well, then you're being dumb. Like, it has literally fuck all to do with what your color of skin is. No, it's because he has no brain. Yeah, he's just putting it far more bluntly, but yeah, pretty much. Just, like, actually make a point of what I was, and then we can actually have a back and forth about it. But basically just being like, nah, you're just racist, you know what I'm talking about, me. It's like, that isn't a point. So. Did the bond extra hard for the brother who can't? Well, I mean, I'll just have to kind of load up a little more to make sure that is a guarantee. But hey, I always can do that. It's always a fun time to do that. I heard an awe and disappointment over there. Something happened. Yeah, I know because he's trying to deal with his food, they are just watching him like a hawk. I just kind of want to see it really quick. Oh my god! I know, I love it. You see it? Oh, I'm not even looking at that, I'm just watching like the three hawks that are just like watching you, circling like sharks. Hey, Zuko. Bye. Hey, Vito. Yeah, you wanted a treat too, huh? Oh, Zukov, my buddy.
Check it out.
Hmm?
Fucking pizza fucking like exploded on one side.
Oh, damn. Oh, that happens sometimes.
I know. The way it went.
Yeah. It's just the way she works.
Probably just overdid it. Probably just put it in there too long.
Yeah.
Your microwave stronger. I thought it would be good.
Oh, you little hung. You little hung. Oh, you little hunger boy. Hung. Who's following me? Oh, Vito. Vito's like, what do you do with my brother? Oh my god, you're so bubble. Oh, you're sweet little bubble. Oh my god, you're so cute. Oh my goodness, you're so cute, and you shedding like a mad. Oh my god, you fucking shed monster. You're shedding like crazy, boy. Ugh. Getting all this puppy fur off of you. Oh, you sweet baby. Oh my god. Marijuana.
Oh, hey, you got a bunch of seeds on here.
Yeah, actually, here. You want to put all those?
Oh, look, it's pizza. Making that magical crinkle.
There you go.
Awesome, awesome.
I just found a grinder full of bud. I'm excited. Oh, nice.
That is fun. Yeah.
When you just mysteriously find a bud full or a grinder full of bud, hell yeah. I'm kind of curious how the dude who was saying "you're racist" is just strangely just like kind of never had a point, never really created an actual substantive thing.
Just called you a racist just because.
Well, some other random dude, literally just called Booker, just came out of nowhere. It's like, "You're racist." I'm like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Do you actually have something to back that up?" And it's just like, "No, quit playing dub. You know what I'm referring to." I'm just like, "What?" Timed him out, Lamau. Well, you know what, good. It's a sad little sop.
Marijuana makes you.
I mean, I guess, you know, when he comes back, if he decides to, I mean, he'll have, like, one more little chance and one more little point trying to make. But if not, kind of on him.
Toodles.
Luzuga following his little sister around over there. Little goof.
Vito's like, I need to intercede. He's like, that's my bitch.
Aw, little Vito. He looks so cute.
Jazzy, I swear to God, if you're scavenging. He's like, oh, he knew. I can hear you, girl.
Jazzy, what do you know?
Jazzy, don't you scavenge.
No, you don't do nothing there. You're not supposed to do that now.
Don't get up on the counter and steal my food. They ate today too. They're fine. They're starving. Fed them earlier.
Yeah, gave a little Zugoff a treat. That's probably why they were scavenging a little bit, because, of course, he ran all the way in there instead of, you know, staying in here or something. So
it's like super smell.
Yeah, then Vito comes in here like, what the hell? I didn't get one.
Just
After months of not smoking, I bet Venom's about to get fried. Lamau. Yeah, you most certainly are.
the guy hasn't smoked weed in a long time, and he finds a whole grinder.
Well, he lives in Alabama, so it's just like it's
Hard to find.
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of those circumstances.
Would you have to go from Alabama to find weed? What's a legal state?
Hmm?
What's a state where it's legal close to Alabama?
I actually don't know.
Not Georgia. Tennessee? Do they legalize it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You know, there's one random country in the middle of the damn country. It's like
The country in the middle of the damn country.
yeah, it's the country inside the country, you know.
Yeah. Didn't you know?
What's it called? It's gotta be one somewhat like it's not like you have to go all the way up to like Maine. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's legal there, or fucking Nevada or some shit. Colorado.
Yeah. I know Colorado.
Be all right. Distance.
Still be a.
That'd be a trek.
Yeah. Virginia? Can it? No, not can it.
Did Texas do it yet?
No.
Not yet.
They basically have to be Virginia, essentially, from what I'm looking on the map here.
It's legal in Virginia now?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Just Virginia.
Yeah. Watched Blue October the other day. Or Red October, you know what I'm talking about? The one with the NASA in the coal mining town.
Yeah.
Coalwood, West Virginia. That was a good movie.
Ooh.
Where the kids learn how to do a rocket.
God. Yeah.
And build a rocket. So that's my only chance to get out of Coalwood. Academic scholarship.
These three little floops. Little floofs and flops and ploops.
I'm gonna look at you with my eyeballs.
Look at this pretty little face. Oh my goodness. Yes. You're just a sweet baby. You're just a sweet baby.
I'll be back. I gotta cook that another minute and a half.
Yeah. Who's just a sweet baby boy? Hey. Yeah, okay, fine. You ridiculous little flute. Oh my god. Wait until his dad goes to bed before smoking up. Definitely a smart idea. You don't want him to be like, what the fuck, that Mel? That's one kicked out for, quote, drugs. Yeah. Yeah, no shit. Yeah. Let's see what type of little. It's a Rick and Morty one. You have a little Rick and Morty grinder? Nice. My friend at Rip City has like a little Pickle Rick grinder. The Rickle Pick grinder. It's pretty nice. What the fuck is it? Poop pill is the secret to happy. What? Kyle, what video is this and why are you doing it?
Just had this article which caught my eye, to say the least. Poop pill could be the secret to crushing it at the gym. Now, the claim is actually more expansive than that, and we'll get to it as we move along here, but this is really something.
What?
For more than a decade, 51-year-old management consultant Steve Gallagher has been managing his rheumatoid arthritis and chronic pain via diet and exercise. The North Fork, Long Island resident stuck to a strict regimen despite being bombarded with quack suggestions. Quote, when you have a disease like this, everyone says they have the cure. Your mom clipped something out of a Reader's Digest to send to you, he said. Still, when his physician, Dr. Kinping Yao at Stony Brook University, asked if he wanted to join the beta trial of an intriguing new probiotic pill, he figured it couldn't hurt. Everything is worth a try, he added, of his thought process at the time. Within weeks of starting it, he said he could increase the time he spent working out by 10%. Now, into his regimen, Gallagher's workouts are 40% longer and significantly more intense. He is also down 7 pounds, even though his weight has rarely fluctuated in the past. Quote, I'm a believer, he said. What he's come to believe in, specifically, isn't just any old gut health vitamin. Gallagher was part of a trial for a pill, which is being marketed under the name Nella, that contains bacteria harvested from the poop of high-performing athletes.
What the fuck?
Looking for what's in the ecosystem of super healthy people, said Dr. Jonathan Sheeman, the inventor of Nella and the CEO of its
what?
Biomics, by way of explanation. He believes the answer to true sporting prowess isn't just a great trainer or a strict diet. Superstar athletes have something in common, and the way he found out was via their poop. Over the last decade or so, it's become increasingly accepted that the microbiome, bacteria in your gut, directly impacts our overall health, both mental and physical. Per the American Psychological Association, 95% of the body's serotonin is produced by gut bacteria, and 70% of our immune system is found in the intestines too. Wow. The idea behind Fit Biomics is to hijack an average Joe's GI system and biohack it with bacteria until it resembles that of a pro athlete. Once you're digesting at Olympic levels, Scheinman believes that the health benefits will be great. Scheinman himself was a sporty kid, but the 16 New Yorker and basketball nut didn't get drafted by the NBA when he graduated from St. John's. Instead, he ended up studying biomedicine, fascinated by how superstar sportsmen and women stood out from their peers. His gut instincts told him to follow the microbiome. By 2015, while a research fellow at Harvard, he had an inkling he could find out by digging around a little. So then he talks about how he got 15 elite runners and basically got their shit, and then it went on from there. So
it went on from there.
It really is incredible, and
it's basically just like extracted gut bacteria from these people out of the poop, and was just like, yeah, this will help you with your gut bacteria and help with performance, I guess. And I suppose there's actual results with it, I guess.
Recently came to learn as well this idea that
what you're supposed to do, like Tom Brady, he did it naturally by just cleaning his body over 10 seasons of correct diet and nutrition to get that microbiome.
I mean, I suppose it kind of helps maybe if, like, you
But,
know,
like, others, what they want to do is try and basically steal it from others and just get a quick, short. And the thing, yeah, I'm sure it's going to improve their performance, but it's not as good as if they had just had the good nutrition for years and built a natural microbiome.
Well, I mean, not everyone does that, though. I mean, so...
If you're getting paid millions of dollars, man, you have money to afford to, like, hey, I want you to be my chef. Cook me healthy meals. Like,
well,
you can do that.
Well, nobody, like, and, like, not everybody has that type of shit.
They do in the NBA now. Like, he's talking about this. They have
well, professional people, but not like, you know, just everyday. Like, this type of shit would go probably more towards, you know, common average people and shit who aren't, like...
You'd have to get somebody to, like, they're not going to just give away your microbiome.
Well, obviously they'd be compensated, I'm assuming.
So it's not for poor people.
Well, like, I mean, in a sense, if they're, you know, trying to sell it to them, I mean, yeah.
That's my point, is I don't think it's fair. I think people should just, like, train and eat and, like, let it happen to develop. Not, like, you shouldn't have shortcuts.
I mean, why not? I mean, if people want to have that, I guess, I'm not doing it. That's just a little weird.
It's like being able to buy a $15,000 pair of shoes that makes you, like, run a 4-minute mile. You know what I mean?
Who can even do that?
You can't. That's my point. Like, if there was a technology that you could buy that makes you do that, it wouldn't be fair to the people who can't buy that technology.
Well, I'm assuming that obviously something like that probably wouldn't be allowed in, like, competitions and shit.
It is. There's shoes that have the ability to make people slightly faster on the most extreme speed events. And the guy who got first, the Norwegian dude, he's pissed that Americans are allowed to use these shoes that make them faster, basically, because of the absorption. They have a certain type of soles and stuff that allow them to get off the ground. When your foot hits the ground, you can push off again.
More bouncier, basically.
Yeah. And he's like, that's some BS. And they're like, well, what about your shoe? And he's like, yeah, my shoe has the same type of thing, but it's like 1/5 the size.
Yeah.
And if you look at what it helps me versus them, it's like, I'm only like 0.3 and they're like 0.3. You know, a huge difference in speed advantage based on shoe.
Yeah.
And they're allowing it. They're allowing people to compete with it. And there's people who are like, this is some bullshit. And he even did it. But he went and beat him anyways.
Yeah.
The guy from Norway, he like destroyed the record for Olympics.
Well, because it kind of also shows that, you know, just getting something, you know, like a little quote cheat thing doesn't necessarily mean that, you know,
I think
it
it
works.
just probably revved him up to perform better. He's like, I'm going to show you motherfuckers. You're going to cheat on me.
Maybe.
You still can't win, fool.
Everybody seems to think of it. The default assumption from everybody is like, look, man, it's all up here. It's all in your brain. Like, that's driving the car. That's in charge. That's in control. And if you have some sort of psychological problem, it's all in the brain.
Everybody.
Well, what they came to find out is that a lot of these happiness chemicals originate in the gut, in like your intestines.
Yeah.
And
having good gut bacteria helps.
That's one of the happiness chemicals. 95% of that.
I mean, that's true.
And the reality is, if you don't have well-balanced, gut bacteria,
That's one reason why breast milk's so important.
And you're not,
talk about gut bacteria.
You're missing key things that a superstar athlete has. When you ingest effectively their shit, you're a new person. You're a new person. They go on to say something else too, which I had never heard of before in this article. They go on to talk about how they have something in their gut, some bacteria in their gut, handles lactic acid better. Here, I think this is it right here. They dosed up some lab mice with this lactic acid munching bacteria and set them on a treadmill until exhausted alongside a control group.
Well, some people are also like full on like lactose intolerant too, so probably would help, with that type of shit too as well.
If you have the gene, but if everybody has the same genes, they're not getting a microbiome.
Well, no one has like the same exact genes as another person. Like everyone's going to be different with that type of shit.
I'm just saying, like in a particular trait, like a gene, you might say location, instead of having the substitute gene. Say you get a bunch of people that all have the same particular gene for that, that expresses. it's still gonna get different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's still gonna, because there's all these other variables, like food, heat.
Yeah, just the environmental impacts and also just developmental impacts too.
Yeah. So that's kind of my point is like, you can't just suddenly become a world-class athlete because.
Hey, whoa, hey.
Your dad probably.
Maybe, or maybe my neighbor. Would you all chill? Hey, Vito. Hey.
I don't think they.
Jesse, Vito.
I don't think anyone's trying to fuck with my car.
Oh. Hey.
Clark, you want a drink? Oh.
Well, that shut him up.
Yeah.
I say let's remark do his magic cap of 10K for Tom Brady shit his little mouth.
I know, Tom Brady shit, everyone wants it.
It's like, I want some of that Tom Brady shit.
I don't think you ingest it. I think it like...
And for 13% longer than the control group.
Like they put it up your butt.
No, well, I think it. Well, I hope. Oh God, I don't even know, dude. I mean, it's like I know it's a pill, so
Oh, it is a pill, huh?
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's probably something that would potentially be like ingested, but I have no idea.
That's ingested.
Microbe appears to be an all natural endurance booster. So that's one of the things they found out, that these pro athletes, they're through the roof with that particular bacteria, and that bacteria reduces lactic acid, which means your endurance increases.
Their body reacts and creates.
I mean, look,
more
man.
of that.
Right? Yeah.
And
they
deal with
say
more lactic
not
acid.
only does your athletic
I've been
performance
doing this
become
for years,
significantly
so.
better, but also like your happiness levels become significantly better. Who would have thought that like the secret to happiness and longevity and athletic performance is like
Right, all of that
the
good.
shit of top level athletes. It's it's kind of crazy how many ideas that sound like
Hey guys, you want to know the secret to my peak performance? Eating the athletes of shit. Shit like eating athletes shit. Hell yeah.
and sound totally
Buy athletic shit performance max, for $39.99 plus shipping and handling. Call now. Oh my God, dude, it's gonna happen, dude. Not even Idiocracy could have predicted this, man. What the fuck? I honestly don't even know what to say about this shit. Improve bedroom performance? Probably.
when they test them, it's like
Oh God, that market's gonna hit it hardcore. Oh Jesus.
actually this kind of works. It's like the studies they've done
Take
on,
some 2 hours before your sexual drive.
what was it, mice? Where they took the blood of young mice and put them in old mice, and then like a lot of their ailments went away, and they like appeared to act younger. Now that one's got some terrible, other implications.
Then the
that are,
secret
like,
to sexiness
vampire-ish
must be in
and
porn star shit. You just get like this old beef hunk. Just like takes a massive shit.
Oh my God.
The porn industry just distributes it to all their porn
Oh
stars.
my.
Like,
Oh my God. Dude, yeah, we were just mentioning how the sex machine, like Viagra and shit would definitely take up on this too.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Why not? Because they're trying to be as healthy as they can be. You know what I mean? Porn stars, they want to be healthy. You don't want a fucking unhealthy porn star if you're a porn star.
Well, unless there's like a kink for like the feeders and shit like that.
What?
Oh God, you are an innocent boy.
A feeder? What's a feeder?
Oh no. Do I even do I
it like have to do with toe stuff?
Well, there's a fetish.
I probably know what it is, but I just don't know what.
Well,
it's
there's
called.
like a fetish for people who are like obese and shit, and they like to like feed them and stuff, and it's like kind of like an actual straight up fucking kink and shit.
I'm gonna feed you, baby.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, it's kind of sexy to feed your girl.
I mean, but like to an extreme, to where they're like, yeah.
It's just kind of like the beginning of foreplay. It's like, all right, we're eating. We're gonna fuck tonight. We're eating. We're gonna fuck later.
I don't know. He doesn't know. I don't think he.
No, I get it. But then later, it's like they get to the fucking. It's like we're gonna eat.
But this is
Like,
like
you're still
a
eating, like-
this person that is like also immobile too, like that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, like I mean, there's people that are into like, yeah,
Good for them, I guess.
really, yeah. I mean, there honestly there's so many different things, and like especially like the more like kinkier side of porn industry that's just like, well, The health isn't necessarily. I mean, it is, but it's like it is, but it isn't. It's like, oh god.
Typically, the areas where porn makes most money, those porn stars who work in that part of the industry, they want to fuck healthy people.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I'm pretty sure that the majority.
Like, I mean, the actual actors and everything are clean and shit,
Yeah.
but sometimes, like, the actual performances in themselves,
Yeah, no,
especially outside of their vacuum, is not clean. You know what I mean? Like, there's just some.
I mean, when you're tugging like 10 assholes, it gets pretty shitty pretty quick.
Yeah.
And one of those buttholes has got to have some kind of loose gravel going on there, you know. They can't all be clean.
Yeah, there's always going to be, like, you know, a little bit of a.
One little seeper.
A little seeper.
It's got a little seepage.
Yeah, there's always going to be a little something, something. I mean, honestly, like,
Little gassy person.
there's, yeah. I mean, it depends on like what the gut's going on. You know, usually.
It's all about the gut today, baby.
Yeah, like, I mean, if your gut ain't feeling it, then it probably won't be a good time. But you know, if it don't feel backed up, so to speak, probably good to go. Oh my God, Jazzy, you little punk.
Potato. Little potato girl.
What the hell?
Good catch.
Yeah. And Vito's like, what the hell? You don't get one?
You do. I'm just trying to control it. There you go. You want some, boy?
Just don't give me a Cleveland steamer. I don't want to know what that is.
Good catch.
Oh, good catch,
3 for 3.
Zukov.
3 for 3.
Zukov's getting really good at catching shit, because I always like to try to make him catch balls,
Tom
treats.
Brady, bro. It's my passing skills. I'm Tom Brady. Took some shit pills. Nah, I'm a
Yeah, and
terrific athlete.
Zukov also took some of those Tom Brady shit pills, and
Yeah.
at his peak performance, just like,
Watch me and him go Super Bowl, bro. We call it the pill.
little super mutt going to the Super
Call it
Dog
the-
Olympics, dude.
We call it the shit pills bowl. You know, you know the toilet bowl. Well, this is gonna be the shit pills.
The shit pill bowl. Yeah, there was getting red pilled, but now you're gonna get shit pilled there, son. Gotta get red pilled on shit pill.
You know what? There's probably a.
Ah, shut up, Venom. Why did you say that?
There's probably a punch like.
Oh God. He described a Cleveland steamer. I don't even want to know. And I know. And now I can't unknow it.
What is it?
Do you really want to know?
Sure. Okay.
Oh God. You're eating, so I'm gonna really feel bad. But a Cleveland steamer is where you shiz on someone's chest and roll over it like a steamroller.
You roll over on top of their chest,
After you shiz on them.
so you're both covered in shit.
Yes. There are a segment of the population that is dead ass about that.
I could just imagine the person who's like, I wanted to do this my whole life, and they finally get somebody to let them shit on them.
Actually, there is a subreddit story about that where I think there was like someone who did like the ask.
Yeah!
Well, there was somebody who. Well, there was somebody on the Ask subreddit, I think, that asked, like, what was the kink that you wanted, that you were into, but realized you weren't when you actually tried it. And this one person went in elaborate details, like, yeah, I was into, like, scared stuff like that. And he got this chick to basically be like, you know, to get him, you know, to be down with it and shit. And it's just like, and she was also like, hey, you know, if you want, we could take this, like, a little easy and maybe have it, like, you know, maybe not on you right away, or maybe or whatever, or take it a little light or whatever. He's like, no, I wanted like all, like he just wanted to go all balls to the wall, and
didn't work out so well for him, huh?
yeah, like just to cut out the deets, like basically he realized, like he took it like a man and basically went with the whole thing, and you know, but as soon as it was all done, he was just like. And when she went up, just like, and it was like, well, did you like it? He was like, actually, honestly, that was the worst fucking experience of my life, and I'm never doing that again. Like, I mean, and she was like, well, you could have stopped, and he was like, nah. Like, I mean, he was just like, I was just gonna go with it. So I was like, props to him for that, but like, oh my God.
Yeah.
like it's
Bad for him, huh?
yeah, I know. Well, I guess he knew he's not into it, so.
That's like if you tried anal, and you're like, nah. But you like for 10 years, you're like, oh yeah, I want that anal. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. There's women like that.
Yeah.
They'll be all like, it's forbidden fruit in my butthole.
The forbidden fruits.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to get fucked in the pussy, but not the butthole.
It's like if there's like, you know, a miscalculation of, you know, a trajectory, we're gonna have issues.
Yeah, but then like what they secretly want, because it's like taboo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, you give it to them, and they're like, yeah, this is not as like, I don't know, exciting as she thought it was gonna be, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, usually, like in a lot of ways, that tends to be the case, where it's like either they, you know, isn't as
It's not
like
a big deal, like.
yeah, and honestly, at the end of the day, it really ain't. Like, I mean, that's why, you know, having, you know, some.
If you've already like lost your virginity in your vagina, you've already been penetrated. Like, it's really not that big of a different penetrational deal.
Yeah, there's like going to be some different sensory things going on, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's, you know, the hole's a hole, I guess.
In the end, it's really more just about like. It's like in their head, like, I'm a dirty girl, you know?
Yeah.
And like, sometimes thinking about being dirty is more sexy than actually being dirty.
I mean, in a way,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, they'll get into being dirty and like, I'm dirty, I'm getting fucked up the ass, and then like, I don't know if I really like this.
Right, yeah.
But then if they like, think about it, like they'll be rubbing on their pussy and shit by themselves, masturbating.
Right, yeah.
And they're like, I'm a dirty girl, he's gonna put that dick in my ass.
Well,
And they're like, oh yeah, coming super hard.
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, also, I mean, that's why, you know, like, you know, the whole idea for sex toys exists too, because then they can at least, you know, some people can at least have the opportunity to try that if they're into it too, you know, and if they aren't, then they realize they
I feel
are.
like sex toys can only, especially like with anal too, can only go so far. Like, yeah, they vibrate and stuff, and
Right, yeah.
there's not like,
Well, yeah, like sex toys only go so far, like.
it's not
obviously.
like, I'm gonna straddle fuck you bitch and like fucking.
Yeah, unless you have like the
choke
most
the fucking
unless you
bitch.
have like the most elaborate fuck machine that has ever existed, like there's no way you can.
Your bitch out. I'm gonna grab that titties at the same time.
Yeah, unless, like again, unless you have like the most elaborate, unless you have like the most elaborate fuck machine I think I could ever think of in my head, and
know
even
who
then
would-
trying to get in position for that would be the most like uncomfortable thing
close?
ever.
You know who's close for that? The Japanese. They got robots that can do like NBA threes and shit.
Yeah, honestly,
on precision.
yeah, and they probably already do now thinking about
Probably
it.
have, like ultra fuck robots. Like I already
Like
know
mecha fuck bots.
They probably already have fuck bots, but they
Fuck
probably
bots.
like that's probably been around a while. But like fuck bots that like, you know,
They can kind of do their like
Really?
own thing-ish a little bit.
what?
Like kind of their own thing in a sense where it's
Yeah,
like
I don't know. Like they learn. Kinda.
They learn.
They put AI in the fuck robot.
I mean, Japan. I feel like, you know, like, I mean, the porn industry would like.
in my sex sessions.
I mean, I feel like, I mean, honestly, like, I mean, the porn industry and like sex industry would probably like highlight that type of shit because they'd probably want to hella like maximize on that type of stuff. Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah, it's just another.
there's
market
definitely
for
because there's definitely
more
gonna
money.
you know because there's a lot of people that I mean already with like.
Cyborg, pinky, cyborg shit, like the Borg. Oh no! Resistance is futile. You're gonna inject me.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, they'd probably, like, I mean, honestly, if they did do that type of shit, they would go, like, with pretty much anything and everything under the sun, too. Like, they would definitely be, like, you know, anime-style looking AI fuck bots,
Getting fucking raped by like some metal Borg cop.
Yeah, there's gonna definitely be, like, some Borg-looking
Your name
things.
is Lakutis. Lakutis, bitch. He's just like,
I shall seminate your locutus. It's like, Oh my god. Oh, I just realized it's probably like Euclides of Borg slash Borg Queen Rule 34.
Yeah.
I just realized that is most certainly a thing. Oh no. Locutus of Borg. It's just... oh Jesus, dude. Oh my god. Ay, Dios mío.
That Borg Queen, she don't mess around, man. I forget why. Like, I remember that movie of First Contact, and I forget why she was like... I think they explain why she's doing what she's doing. Like the whole Borg Queen thing. Like, why did she create the hive mind and everything?
Well, a lot of it is...
I forgot what she did.
Well, a lot of it is just... I forgot, like, the true, like, origins of it, but I know at least the general main thing is just the maximization of their own survivability as, like...
She want to be immortal.
Well, not necessarily, like, immortal, but just, you know... I mean, like, a lot of their structure is kind of, like, very well hive mind. Like, you know, if you think about, like, bees...
Why did she come up with that? Like, why did she begin this? She explains it to Data in First Contact when she gives him the feeling chip to feel. She's explaining, like, why her motivations behind it. I don't remember why, though. I remember her, like, trying to basically seduce him with feelings.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I know you want to feel. You want to know what it's like to be a human thinking, organic, you know.
Yeah.
And that just kind of, like, flashed in my mind. But I don't remember why she did it.
Well, I mean, I know because of, like, at least, I mean, just at least outside of it, at least looking at just how the structure of just the Borg in general work. Because also the Borg isn't necessarily just, you know, the Queen Borg controlling, like, all of the Borg. There's also, like, different, you know, Borg Queens and different, like, you know, smaller hives to the bigger, broader hive in a sense. But, I mean, it's, in a way, it's just like, I mean, kind of like how a lot of different insects, you know, have evolved to be more like hive mind in a sense and have, like, ants and wasp bees and shit.
Yeah, but she explained, I remember her explaining, like, she's like, I started this because...
Yeah, like she has an explanation.
She began it. Like, it wasn't a thing that just happened on, like, you know, the flood or whatever.
Oh, Vito.
You know, like in Halo, the flood.
Yeah.
Like, the flood happened because, like, it's the flood is a
What's
thing.
up, Vito?
It's an actual living thing that
Hey, Vito.
goes back. Fuck you up.
Yeah, just let me take the screen down. Maybe if we could look at little Vito boy.
I don't know which one I'd be more scared of, the flood or the Borg.
Probably the... I don't even... Yeah, honestly, I don't even know, dude.
Pretty hard, because the flood are fast and, like, disgusting.
I mean, I guess in a way, maybe the flood, just because, like, at least with the Borg, like, there is a way to be de-assimilated and also retain yourself. And also have the pros of being Borg, too, because there is pros of, like, Borg technology and shit.
The Borg aren't trying to kill you, they want to take you over.
Yeah, they want to take your genetic and survival and adaptation evolution and adapt it to their own.
Rather than, like, the flood...
Like, they literally say that. Like, they say that to you before they assimilate you or kill you, basically. It's like, either surrender or be destroyed because we're going to take whatever you have and just, you know, adapt it to us. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Hence, all resistance is futile because they, you know, maximize...
Borg compassion.
Yeah, well, yeah, basically. Like, they maximize their potential by just sheer...
We can do this the hard way.
Yeah, they basically prioritize adaptability amongst everything else, and if anything, it's proven, you know, like, they basically just, like, put evolution on, like, super massive hyper overdrive because of the technology they have, essentially. I know there is, like, an origins to the Borg. I'm just, like, I'm honestly just forgetting about it myself.
She consciously said, I'm going to, like, do this.
Yeah.
But why? What drove her to do that? Was she, like, abused and didn't have family, like an orphan or some shit?
The Flood would subvert the Borg that way. The Flood has a logic virus that infects AI. Oh!
It what?
Oh, well, if we're thinking about, like, let's say, hypothetically, the Borg and the Flood exist in the same universe, the Flood would actually also be more scarier because they have a logic virus that infects AIs, which the Borg is, in a sense, kind of like an AI hive mind type of thing. So a lot of their technology would be heavily, heavily hit with that. But at the same time, there is also that adaptability, so would they be able to adapt to it? because I know at least when it comes to
They don't have to wait generations for new mutations.
yeah, I know there. I forgot the specific number, but there's like species 7-3 something.
I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, like I mean, they're pretty much the only species, at least in Star Trek lore, that can actually like fight against the Borg and not have any real significant problems outside of just casualties, basically, because their fights are insanely bloody and fucking conflictual because of their conflicts with each other, and also they're in fluid space too. So, Borg isn't necessarily as adapted to that type of shit either. And so there's like the Flood in a way would also be a little bit more subversive in that sense, but would they have the same type of problems like they do with the other species number whatever the fuck? Yeah.
3719, something like that.
Something like that. I know it's like 4 numbers, but I know
remember that too, because it was like the fucking Enterprise.
It was in a Voyager, I think.
Yeah, Voyager was all like, fuck.
Yeah.
They're both trying to fuck us up. How do we, like, get through this?
Species 8472. 8472, okay, cool.
Okay.
I knew there was a 7 in there somewhere.
We were searching. We were trying.
Yeah, I'm a little rusty on some of my Trek lore, but...
I need a poke. Oh, I got a poke. Here's your poke.
Oh, here. I can,
I got a poke.
You got a poke?
Keys.
Boom. Oh, did I show you the new sights on my shoddy yet?
Oh, no. Hey, what's up, shotgun? You named
Yeah,
the shotgun yet, ever?
I wasn't really... maybe, but I want to get the,
Oh, yeah, that's going to be way better.
Oh, yeah. I still need to take it out just so I can line the sights up more properly, but other than that, it's pretty much ready to shoot.
It's basically a bubble. Right?
Yeah.
It's a bubble.
And also, I have it in my drawer, but there's also like another little sight I could interchange it with, too, if I wanted to. So it's like a round one.
That's going to make it easy compared to what we were doing
That's
before.
the main reason why I got it, because also I like it a little bit more raised, because it doesn't sit so flat. I like to have a little bit more of a raise on it like that.
Like, that.
And I've been watching Picard Season 2 and slight spoiler, the Borg join... Okay, now you really want to make me watch Picard.
Which one?
Under a new queen who wants to change what the Borg are all about.
Which Picard? The new
season, yeah.
Oh. I knew they'd have to go that way. You know why? They already ran out of the whole Data stuff. They literally exhausted.
Well, Data's in there too.
I know but they exhausted the Data daughter saga thing. They already.
See, I haven't watched any of it. I gotta get Paramount now.
It was actually.
I'm gonna make my mom get it just so I can watch it. Just leech it over.
Honestly,
make her cancel Netflix or something.
It's pretty good. Like the first season.
I heard a lot of people were kind of poo-pooing on it, but a lot.
I found it entertaining.
Yeah, like honestly, but as
a person, I found it as a Star Trek fan, I was very disappointed.
Well, see, like even to a lot of people that I've heard who also like Star Trek fans to say that, like I've at least to like a lot of Trekkie fans that I've known, they like it. So it's just like.
The thing is it was really good, and then the last few episodes they really fucking do it. They don't do it like the build up. They don't do it justice. Like they build it up really good, and then
season 1 shows how Federation is some perfect utopia. Well, I knew that. See, I just gotta fucking watch it now at some point. I just gotta take some time to actually
it is well worth watching. But with what they created, the possibilities of what they could have done, like. Midway into season 1, they really dropped the ball. Because they had some really good, beginning of some, really great plot build-up,
Yeah.
And there's, certain things that were important, too, in the first, this is how I know that they didn't compulsively write the whole thing at once.
Oh, season 2 brings Q back to fuck up Picard. Oh, I love Q, dude.
That's cool.
I love Q.
Yeah, that's cool.
The Q's great. You can never go wrong with Q, dude. I wish we had an actual Q in our universe.
Q's like Doctor Strange, kind of.
Man, honestly, every time I think about Q, I just every time I think about Q, I always think about those like big, deep philosophical episodes, like the one where they're in the court and shit with Picard. Like,
you're on trial. The humanities.
Humanity on trial. Yeah, dude. Man, Q is just awesome. I mean, that's what I love about it. And also, like, where there's all the other Qs and one of them wants to commit suicide, and they have, like, a little thing about that.
He's, like, doesn't think it's worth it.
Yeah, you know, because he's basically, and also, you know, because they're basically, at least in that universe, the equivalent of, or at least the closest thing to what a god probably would be. You know, it's just like it all, you know, kind of plays a role of, like, you know, if there were, like, you know, multiple deity type of things, you know, considering that they basically, you know, all the time, you know, or basically seeing all of time and everything, and, you know, that can will, like, you know, so it kind of, you know, puts a lot of big existential, you know, philosophical question into it, and that's just what I love about, you know, like, that's why I just love Q, because, you know, every time he's around, there's always, like, some big, deep-ass, like, philosophical ponderance that, you know, is bound to happen. Even if it's just like a quick little moment.
Hey, so here's an idea. We could go to my house, drop off the dogs, and then take the Max, because I have the Flavel Max station's right by my place, to meet up with everyone. If you wanted to do that, because I do got some whiskey at my place.
Alright.
So, I have to drink earlier.
Yeah.
I can't drink later. It just doesn't work.
So
I went to the blood doctor and we looked at my blood work for the past few years. She gave me some new blood work, right? And I looked at it, and I'm even more anemic now than I was before. And I think the reason why is because of diet. Like when I did that blood test, I just played basketball for like 4 or 5 hours straight the night before.
No.
And then I didn't drink enough water or eat enough food.
Yeah.
Which is why I would have less. I couldn't produce enough red blood cells.
Right, yeah.
And then the common thing for slightly anemic people who don't have like an actual disease anemia, just like you just happen to be anemic, is you start off at the beginning of the day with like normal red blood cell count.
Yeah.
And then as the day goes on, because you don't have good diet or enough water, it gets deplenished.
Yeah.
So I'm not like super anemic either. I'm like slightly anemic, and they're like, that's weird. Like, it's usually, like, you're very anemic. And, you know? And it's not because of cancer, the stuff they cancer, like lymphoma.
Right, yeah.
I'm with normal range. It's like an inflammatory substance in your blood. It's called BUN.
Yeah.
And I have 23, and the range is between 11 and 23, and I'm at 23. Which is high. I'm actually in the high part of the normal range, which I'm like, okay. Which, that means that basically, like, I have waste in my blood, is what it means.
Yeah.
So that my liver and my kidneys aren't filtering
100%.
as well as I should.
Yeah.
Which means I'm probably not drinking enough water.
Yeah, which kind of helps, you know, with
what I mean?
flushing systems and stuff.
So that's why probably at night I don't eat well. I throw up.
Yeah.
I ate too much. Or I throw up because I drank too much. Whatever it is. It's because, like, I don't have red blood cells to digest, like, to make organs work.
Right, yeah.
At night, so I got to do it earlier in the day.
So good.
Get my swerve on.
Are y'all just like having a little?
Which would work too, because then I'd go and be eating pizza once we head to the game. Hit the sizzle pie.
Yeah.
Sober up a bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a couple of those little bad boys, and yeah, I'm gonna primarily.
I might get a drink at Crystal Ballroom just as like. I'm fucking 21 now, and I can buy a drink at this bitch.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that too, at least. But I'm primarily gonna, you know, probably get some of those.
I've never been to a show, like, happened to have a concert that I wanted to go to, like, since I was 20. There haven't been any good shows at Crystal Ballroom.
Yeah.
They're just for years. Nothing I really worth wanting to go
I haven't been there in a long while myself.
That's what I mean. So now we're old enough to drink there.
Yeah.
Like, we actually go to they have, like, an under the stage bar.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, like, I'm going to check that out.
Oh, definitely.
I remember being, like, 12 and going to the Crystal Ballroom.
Yeah, I remember seeing Nightwish there and shit, and I'm just like, oh, I wanted to see what's in there, but it's like 21 hours. Like, oh.
There's, like, 3 different things associated with the Crystal that are all, like, 21 and over.
Oh, they're all wrestling. Little trifecta of wrestling.
Yeah, it's good for them. All 3 of them have.
Yeah, it's really good that they're, you know, Zuka.
Yesterday they went to the dog park by Ben's house.
Oh,
Hung out. Me and Ben were smoking J's.
I can see why Zukov's feeling more like a traitor and hanging out
Yeah.
with everybody else.
Their dad was there, you know.
Right on. Yeah, Zukov's being a happy boy.
His legal, like they're not together anymore technically, but they live in the same place, so they're legally spouse.
Yeah.
Her mother takes care of their dad.
Ah.
Their Poseidon, the dog.
Yeah.
And he's where I think I did the math. So 50% would be Shih Tzu, Pomeranian, Super Mutt, and
I mean, yeah, because there's also
Border
like a
Collie.
little Dachshund, and it looked like it said Chihuahua on there too.
that's where the Super Mutt is. That's the composition.
Yeah, because when I saw those, I'm like, those are small ass breeds, you know. So I'm just like, I mean,
That's where Jazzy probably gets that head shape from.
yeah, and
That
being
kind
so
of
tiny,
skull, that she has
kind
a
of that little
Chihuahua
goblin.
shape.
Yeah, because honestly, Chihuahuas have a very
Goblin.
fucking goblin look on their face.
She does too when she's.
But she's a cute one.
yeah.
I mean, Chihuahuas are too, but they're more like ugly cute.
It's because their snouts are their face is flattened,
Yeah,
whereas hers is elongated,
Elongated.
because of the German Shepherd Border Collie.
yeah. Little sweet little fluffs.
They're going ham. So what
Yeah.
what time should we go to my place in pregame then if we're gonna meet up with people on
Probably here pretty soon. I was probably gonna take this toke here, wrap up the stream up, and probably hit up Stefan because he says it was asking me if I was gonna meet him at post, but I was like, you know, I'm thinking I'll probably at least meet at Sizzles, you know, while you know you and I.
It's already 5:30. We would have to like bounce now.
It's 4:30.
5, you know what I mean? We'd have
Yeah.
to start heading to Poets Beach right now.
And that's just like,
No.
I mean, especially being so far away from everything. Yeah, not.
I just want to get on the green line
Yeah.
and just be that I'm there.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Right. Yeah.
No more. I
Easy
don't want
peasy,
to walk
simple
to the
squeezy.
orange line and then get on the orange line and walk.
I
And then
know.
walk more,
Ugh.
and then walk more
Yeah.
from Poets Beach to no, I'm not
No.
doing that. It is a nice day out though.
It is indeed. For a head, I'll probably at least take my wool jacket off.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Oh my
50.
God.
Like,
They're just
I looked
going
up. So what time did how long the show go yesterday?
I'm until about like I think either just a tad after 11 or just a tad before.
And you started at 8.
Yeah, that's when the opener Cleopatra started, and they're actually pretty good. It took them a second for them to kind of get all their stuff like properly, like kind of sounded, but once it did, and they were kind of popping a little bit, they were actually kicking ass a little. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, here we go. Yeah, nice.
What's it called?
So I'm honestly thinking they'll probably kick a lot of ass, especially being kind of a more smaller venue, probably easier
And the
sound checks and
shorter
shit.
travel.
Yeah, that too. So they'll probably have more time to do some sound checks and shit. Because I don't know where they were before Seattle, but I'm assuming probably like Montana or some shit.
Much further, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, so we'll probably get out at the same time. It'll probably be similar, about 11ish.
Yeah. But
I
also
looked up the weather around 10 or 11 o'clock. It's still going to be like 57 degrees out.
nice.
So
Yeah, by the time
I'm just going to wear shorts.
Yeah, when I was once we got off
I'm trying to sweat my ass off in there, dude. Like,
yeah. I
like,
mean,
I
honestly,
like to sweat from smoshing, but then I
Schmoshing.
like to be able to breathe.
breathe, Vanessa, we must
I
breathe.
can't wear like 3-4 jackets.
Yeah.
A fucking crowd of people.
Right, yeah, no
and
shit.
Mosh. I won't mosh. I won't do it. I'll just
Yeah, when I left, I only I just kept on my East German jacket on. I left my other coats in Stefan's car because by the time we got back there, and you know, even if it was chilly, it'll only be like a short while before we actually
Quick
were in
back
there
to the
warming
car.
up, and yeah, so yeah, so it's all some good shit. Anyway, I'll wrap up the stream at least for now. But of course, I'll be back on for the next one.
Fuck Elon Musk.
So deuces. Probably be back on later for tonight.